So, you're looking at buying a car in the UAE? There's really exciting times ahead for you. But are you ready to prepare yourself from between now and actually driving your car away? Let's get into it. My name's Abby and I am the brand director at Approved Automotive. Today I'm going to talk you through the steps from the start to finish of the car buying process in the UAE. So, first things first, you cannot start a car buying process without the correct paperwork. So that is your passport, your visa, your Emirates ID, your driving license, 3 months pay slips and also a salary certificate as well. You must analyse your finances. So how much can you afford per month? What kind of deposit do you want to put in? How much will the bank lend you personally? You need to look in all of these things. Do you have any current loans or outstanding debt that could affect your ability? And will it be a personal loan or will it be an auto loan? Also, do you have a trade-in that you need to consider the value of when looking at this? Perhaps that's your deposit. All of these things you need to think about. So let's take a step back. So far, you know your documents, you know what your bank requires, and you also know your financial situation. So, what kind of car are you looking for and where from? What's your main use you're looking for in a car? How many seats do you need? Are you looking for a cool car to look nice for the ladies in Dubai Marina? Or are you looking for a nice, comfortable car to commute to Abu Dhabi every day? There's so many variations. You're probably more than likely looking for a petrol car, but also if you are looking for an EV, you also need to consider the requirements if you live in an apartment building for a charger, or if you have a villa, how the charging will work there as well, and where's your nearest charging stations, etc. Following on, where are you going to get a car from? First of all, I would start by looking on online platforms. You have a few famous ones in Dubai, such as Dubizzle and Dubi Cars. They're very, very good. You can look on there and narrow it down. Then you need to consider if you're going to buy privately or from a dealer, or are you going to consider both places? So there's benefits to both, and there's also cons to both potentially. If you buy private, you may get a car for slightly less money than you would from a dealer. However, it wouldn't probably come with any warranty unless the car had any manufacturer's warranty on it. If you're going to buy from a dealership, you may pay a slightly higher price for this. However, there is a reason. The dealer, in theory, should have put a lot of work and effort into the car. That is making sure the car is mechanically inspected, cosmetically inspected as well. The paperwork's correct, any warranties there. If there is not warranty, then they can provide you with a warranty, service contracts, things like this. There's also a benefit which we'll speak about later on in how they're going to help you take delivery of the car as well. This brings me on to us. So we are Approved Showroom. We're a multi-award winning showroom based in the heart of Dubai in Al Quoz. We focus on premium luxury vehicles, mainly Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, and a few things in between as well. And all of our cars are mechanically and cosmetically inspected. This makes us a cut above the rest because not only do we inspect the cars, we also actually prepare them as well. So if a car is due a service or any small cosmetic or mechanical procedures, we will do those. You won't even find a scuffed wheel in our showroom. The majority of our vehicles come with a 2-year warranty, which can be extended up to a 3-year warranty. And also we can provide you with a service package, which includes brakes too. Come take a look for yourselves at Approved Showroom. Now, listen closely because here's some really important things to look out for. When using a search engine, please check that the cars you're looking for are being marketed properly. So for example, if they're mentioned as GCC specs, are they GCC spec? Are they something else? If it's mentioned as having full history, does it have full history? Is the seller willing to show you all of the history on hand? Because that is really important fact. So for those of you who are wondering, GCC specs means from the GCC region. However, having an international spec isn't always a bad idea. Now, there are some stereotypes. For example, personally, I would steer away from American and Canadian cars just because they do have a stereotype of maybe having some issues, previous crashes. I mean, there's got to be a reason that they've come all this way, right? However, if you do your research and potentially even sometimes put the chassis of these cars into the internet, you will find your answers that are potentially hidden when advertising. So it's really important to do your research. On the other hand, Things like Japanese cars are very good news. So Japanese cars, they come here, they generally have low mileage and they're also generally very well looked after, both cosmetically and mechanically. We have a lot of those here at Approved and very good news. So not all international specs are good or bad, but you do need to thoroughly do your research beforehand on any spec, including GCC. It's time to look at some cars. So now you've done your research and started to explore the market for the kind of car you're looking for, you do need to check a few things. So as a recap, where's the car from? Is the paperwork readily available? How does the car look physically? Has it been mechanically inspected and mechanically prepared? Has it been cosmetically inspected and cosmetically prepared? Also, has the seller got the passion to present it correctly and be forthcoming with the paperwork? Have you checked, double checked and triple checked? It's so important. And just like that, it's time to buy. So now all that's left is for you to decide if the car is for you. Does the car look right? Does the car have the correct paperwork and history? Are you comfortable having test driven the car? It's very important that you don't just take it round the corner. You do take it on a proper drive and check that you really enjoy the experience. You're also going to see that the person or place you are buying from has commitment, integrity and excellence. You will make a fair offer based on all the information you have, and you'll likely have a short period of negotiation, and hopefully both you and the seller will come to an agreement. Congratulations, the dealer's right. Everyone's happy. Now onto the paperwork. The dealer will ask you for a deposit, which usually amounts to a percentage of the agreed cost, and this will reserve the car for you. At this stage, you need to go back to the first points I made and check you have everything in place. Do you have your cash for the deposit? Presumably you do at this stage. Then, do you have a personal loan to pay cash for the car? Do you have money in the bank for that? If not, it's time for the auto loan process to begin. Perfect. So your sales ambassador will now assist you to get in touch with the bank and assist you to send over those documents that we spoke about earlier. Again, it's so essential that you prepare for this way in advance because it's going to save you a lot of time, a lot of hassle, and in theory, if everything's in place and everything is in order, you could have the car and be driving it within 1 week. The next stage after everything has gone smoothly is the bank will issue an LPO. That's a local purchase order. This is their intention to pay the seller out for the loan that you are borrowing from them. After that, we're going to do delivery preparation. So this is the exciting part. We are almost there. Before you take delivery of your car, you will need insurance and you will need to register the car. The paperwork will also need to be provided to the bank, not only before you take delivery, but before the bank will pay out to the seller, as we said. If you're with a dealer, they will take on most of the paperwork and assist you to get the car registered. And if you are buying from a private seller, you will need to go to the RTA and meet the seller to do the testing and the passing and complete the transaction. So hopefully all those tips and tricks will make for a smooth sailing buying process when buying a car here in the UAE. If you need any further advice, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at Approved Showroom. And please remember to like, share and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye!